My name is James, and this is the story of the 7 days that changed my life forever. This is the story of how I met the love of my life on a Barcelona rooftop, and how we spent the next 8 years fighting a system that wanted us dead. Not physically dead, but destroyed in every other way that mattered. This is what happened when two boys refused to let the world break them apart.
And then this guy tries to tell me I'm dancing wrong? Like, sir, it's rice. You throw it in your mouth. What's complicated?
I remember that night like it was yesterday. I was in Barcelona trying to find myself, trying to figure out who I was supposed to be. I didn't know I was about to meet the person who would answer that question for me.
You're supposed to feel it first. Let the culture move through you, not against you.
Okay, that's actually kind of poetic. Who are you?
I'm Diego, and I notice people, especially people who don't realize how beautiful they are when they're lost in the moment.
His name was Diego, Spanish, 23 years old, studying architecture. But what I didn't know, what I couldn't have known, was that he was about to become the reason I'd spend 8 years in a prison cell. The reason my life would never be simple again. The reason I would learn what love really meant. Okay, that's smooth. Too smooth. You came to Barcelona to feel something real. Something your Seattle life could never give you, right? How do you know that? Because I've been watching you all night, wondering what it takes to make someone like you feel alive. And what does it take? Dance with me. Right here, under the stars. No music except what's in your chest. He took my hand, and in that moment, something shifted in me. Something that would never shift back. I didn't know it was possible to feel this way about another person. I didn't know that 7 days could change everything. This is dangerous. The best things always are. We kissed that night, under the Barcelona stars, and I made a decision without even realizing I was making it. I was going to love this man with everything I had for as long as I could. I didn't know how long that would be. I didn't know it would be forever. I don't understand. 7 days. We've known each other for 7 days, and now you're a person of interest in a murder investigation of a girl I never even met. You and Diego Rossi were at a party. The victim, Elena, Diego's ex-girlfriend, was murdered that night. You were seen leaving together. That's when I realized what was happening. They weren't trying to solve a murder. They were trying to create one. They were trying to fit us into a narrative because we fit their story better than the truth ever could. Because we were together. You were what, James? In a relationship? Is that what you're trying to say? Yes, we were. We are. What does that have to do with? It has everything to do with it. A Spanish man abandons his girlfriend for an American boy. Passion, betrayal, rage. The ex-girlfriend threatens to expose you both. Things get violent. That's insane. That's not, here's what's going to happen. We're going to offer Diego a deal. We're going to tell him that if he testifies that you forced him into this, if he says you were the violent one, he walks free, clean slate, and he's going to take it. Men always do when it comes to protecting themselves, especially men like him. He won't. Diego won't do that. They always do, even the ones who claim to love you. There was something in the way he said that, something that told me he believed this, that he believed men like us, men who loved men, couldn't be faithful, couldn't be true, couldn't be good. He was betting his entire case on the fact that Diego would betray me. He was betting our love was just 7 days of sex and attraction, nothing more. He was betting against us. It was the best decision he could have made, because he was about to lose. I want a lawyer. Right now. You look like someone just took everything from you. They're saying I killed someone. Did you? No. I didn't know what was happening to Diego. I didn't know he was in a cell somewhere being offered a deal. I didn't know he was making a choice that would define the rest of his life.
I didn't know that the man I'd kissed 7 times was about to prove to me what love really meant. Then you're sitting there like the world ended. Because they have him, James, the person I love. They're in separate facilities. They're offering me a deal. I testify against him, say he was the one with rage, the one who killed Elena, and I go free. That's a hard choice, hermano. It's not a choice, it's a test. And if I take it, if I destroy him to save myself, then I don't deserve to be saved. You're in love with him? 7 days. That's all we had. 7 days before everything went to hell. And yeah, I'm completely, totally, undeniably in love with him. I'm in love with the way he laughs. I'm in love with the way he dances like nobody's watching. I'm in love with him, and I won't destroy him. Not for anything. I didn't know he said that. I didn't know that while I was sitting in a separate cell wondering if he'd abandoned me, he was refusing a deal that could have set him free. I didn't know that the man I'd known for 7 days loved me enough to choose prison over freedom. Then you're either the bravest man I've ever met, or the stupidest. Maybe both. Maybe both. James's prison cell, separate facility, 200 miles away. You have mail? James. I don't know if this will reach you. I don't know if they're reading these, but I need you to know one thing. I didn't take their deal. They offered me everything, freedom, protection, a chance to pretend this never happened. But I looked at the prosecutor and I told him no. I told him I'd rather spend the rest of my life in prison than be free while you're locked in a cell. 7 days wasn't enough time to fall in love with you, except it was. It is. You're the first real thing I've ever felt, James. The first man I've ever loved. The first person I've ever been willing to lose everything for. I'm not giving that up. Not now, not ever. We're going to get through this, together. Diego. I read that letter 700 times, maybe more. I still have it. I keep it in a box under my bed, because that letter saved my life. That letter told me I wasn't alone, that the 7 days we had were real, that the love I felt was returned, that we were both choosing each other, knowing exactly what it would cost. You're the first real thing I've ever felt, James. The first man I've ever loved. We're going to survive this. I didn't know how, but I knew we would, because he was refusing to break, and I was going to refuse to break, and together, maybe, we'd be strong enough.
Here's the offer. You testify that James initiated the violence. You say he was obsessed with Elena, jealous that she had history with you. You say he became unstable, threatening. You say he killed her. You walk free.
And if I don't?
Then you both spend the rest of your lives in prison. Separate facilities, of course. You'll never see each other again, never touch each other. Just years and years of wondering if the other one broke, if the other one gave in. This was the moment. This was the moment where everything could have fallen apart. This was the moment where Diego could have saved himself, but he didn't. And I'll spend the rest of my life grateful for that choice. You want me to betray him? I want you to be honest with yourself. You've known this boy for a week, and now you're willing to throw away your entire future? For what? A feeling? A fantasy? Listen to me, Diego. In a month, you'll thank me for this. In a year, you'll have moved on. In 5 years, you won't even remember his name.
You're wrong.
What?
You're wrong. I'm not testifying against him. Not now, not ever. And you can lock me in a cell for the rest of my life, but I will never, never become the kind of man who destroys the person he loves to save himself. That's who you are, not me. I'm gonna be the kind of man who stands by James, who loves him, who refuses to let a system that hates us turn us into monsters. So no, I'm not taking your deal. You'll regret this. The only thing I'll regret is the day I might have considered it. That moment changed everything. That moment when he said no, when he chose us over himself. That moment became the foundation of everything we would build together. The prosecutor is offering a plea deal, 15 years if Diego cooperates, 10 if he's a model inmate. Then he takes it.
He won't.
He will, because I'm his father, and I won't watch my son destroy his life for a boy he barely knows.
Careful, Antonio.
This American, this James, he's a distraction, a liability, an aberration.
I didn't know what was happening in Diego's family home. I didn't know his father was trying to destroy me. I didn't know that his mother was about to become my greatest ally. I didn't know that I was about to gain a second family that would fight for me more fiercely than my own ever did.
An aberration? Is that what you call your son's heart?
My son's heart is confused by hormones and novelty. Once he's out of prison, once he gets some distance, he'll see this for what it really was, a moment, a mistake.
And your son refused the deal. Do you understand what that means? It means he chose integrity over freedom. It means he chose love over comfort. It means he chose to be the kind of man I raised him to be. And if you can't respect that, then you're not the man I thought you were.
I'm trying to save him.
No, you're trying to save yourself. From embarrassment, from having a son who loves openly, who loves a man who refuses to apologize for that, from the discomfort of his truth. Perhaps we should get out, both of you. Get out of my house.
Rosa became my mother, not by blood, but by choice. She started visiting me. She started writing me letters. She started telling me that I was worthy of her son's love. And she was the person who kept me alive on the darkest days. They told me you refused the deal. They said you're staying. They said you chose me over your freedom. I did. You shouldn't have. Diego, your whole life is... My whole life doesn't mean anything if you're not in it. Don't you understand? The minute I walked away from you, I stopped being myself. I became someone else, someone less, someone broken. I'm so scared. I know, I'm terrified, but listen to me. We have something that most people never get. We have something real. It might destroy us, but it's real, and I'm not going to erase it by testifying that you're a murderer. I'm not going to save myself by killing the best thing that ever happened to me.
These phone calls kept us alive. They were our lifeline, 90 seconds at a time, but those 90 seconds were everything.
I love you. I love you too, and I'm gonna keep saying it every single day until they let us out. I'm gonna write you letters. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna make sure you never, ever doubt that what we had was worth this. How can you be so sure? Because I'm looking at you right now, through this glass, with this phone between us, and I've never been more sure of anything in my life. You're it, James. You're the one. Don't let them break you. Don't let them break you. And James, when we get out of here, and we will get out, we're going to live. Really live. I'm gonna take you to the top of that building I was designing. I'm gonna kiss you under the Barcelona sun, and I'm gonna ask you to spend the rest of your life with me. Even if the rest of your life is in a prison cell, I want you in it. Yes, yes, I'll marry you, Diego. Time. In that moment, separated by plexiglass, separated by miles, separated by a system designed to destroy us, we got engaged. We promised forever, and I knew we were going to make it.
Diego, I heard they put you in solitary. I heard it's because you keep refusing to cooperate, keep refusing to even meet with prosecutors who are trying to break you down. I heard your mother visited, and she cried when she saw what they've done to you. That killed me. But then she told me something. She said, "My son is the strongest person I know, and he's strong because he loves James. Don't let anyone tell you that's weakness. That's the kind of strength that changes the world." So I'm writing this to tell you,
I know what you're enduring. I know they're punishing you for not breaking, but I want you to know that every day you survive, every day you stay true to us, you're changing me. You're making me stronger. You're teaching me that love isn't about convenience or comfort. It's about standing in the fire together and refusing to let the flames separate you. I love you, Diego. I love the man you're becoming, even in this hell, especially in this hell. James. That letter saved his life, just like his letters saved mine. We kept each other alive through the written word. We kept each other sane through promises we couldn't break, because breaking them would have meant destroying the other person.
These two individuals killed Elena Rossi in a crime of passion, jealousy, rage, and now they're trying to convince you they're innocent victims. But the evidence is clear. More than that, their relationship is clear. An obsessive, unstable relationship between two young men who lost control. The evidence shows that James became violent, that Diego tried to protect Elena, and that things escalated. The state demands justice for Elena Rossi. He didn't just attack us, he attacked what we were. He attacked our love. He tried to convince that jury that two men couldn't love each other truly, that we could only hurt each other, that we were aberrations. I sat there listening to him, and I felt Diego's hand find mine under the table. That hand was everything. That was proof that we were real, that we were true, and that we were going to fight.
The prosecutor just spent 20 minutes trying to convince you that a consensual relationship between two adults is somehow criminal, that their love is evidence of guilt. Let me be clear. Loving someone of the same gender is not a crime. It's not a motive for murder, and it's certainly not evidence of instability. What is unstable is a prosecution based entirely on prejudice. The real evidence, or rather the complete lack thereof, shows that neither James nor Diego was anywhere near Elena Rossi when she died. No fingerprints, no DNA, no credible witnesses. Just a prosecutor who couldn't solve a murder, so he picked two easy targets. Two men in love, far from home, with no one to defend them. That's not justice, that's persecution. And I think you're better than that.
You will disregard any considerations regarding the defendant's relationship or sexual orientation. You will base your verdict solely on evidence. But the damage was done. The jury had already made up their minds. The prosecutor had already planted the seed that we were dangerous, that we were other, that we didn't deserve protection under the law because we were gay. We find the defendants guilty on all charges. Guilty. The word echoed in my head. Guilty. We were guilty of meeting at a party, guilty of falling in love, guilty of choosing each other. The jury had spoken. The system had won. Or at least that's what I thought. I didn't know we hadn't lost yet. I didn't know we were just getting started. My dearest James, today marks 1,087 days since I met you. 1,080 days since we were arrested. 912 days since they convicted us of something we didn't do. I'm 26 years old, and I've spent nearly 3 years in a cell thinking about you. Every single day, every single hour. Sometimes I calculate how many hours I have left if I live to be 80, and I think about how many of those hours I might get to be with you. The math is depressing. 54 years left. But if we spend half of them in prison, that's only 27 years together. That doesn't feel like enough. But then I remember that if I'd taken the deal, I would have had a lifetime of hours haunted by the fact that I betrayed you. So I choose this. I choose these walls, this concrete, this isolation, because it's the cost of being the man you deserve. It's the cost of loving you the way you should be loved, completely, without compromise, without betrayal. He was counting our future, even in prison, even after being convicted, even when everything looked hopeless. He was counting the hours we'd have together, because he believed we'd make it. He believed in us more than I believed in myself. Diego, I got your letter from 6 months ago. It took that long to reach me. You asked if I still love you or if prison has killed that too. The answer is yes, I still love you, but it's different now. It's not just the wild, burning attraction from that first week. That's still there, but now it's something else too. It's a love that's been tested by fire and didn't burn away. It's a love that says, I know who you are, and I choose you anyway.
I love the strength you're showing. I love that you refuse to destroy me. I love that you're enduring solitary confinement rather than lie about me. That's the kind of love that poets write about, Diego. That's the kind of love that changes people. And it's changing me. It's making me believe that when we get out of here, and we will get out, we're going to have something that lasted longer than 7 days. We're going to have something that lasted through hell. That's forever. We held each other up through letters, through phone calls, through the sheer force of our refusal to break. The system wanted us to destroy each other. Instead, we destroyed the case against us, slowly, methodically, piece by piece.
The DNA evidence has been re-examined by international forensic experts. It does not match either defendant. The timeline presented by the prosecution is not only impossible, it's absurd. More concerning is that the prosecution deliberately withheld exculpatory evidence. They had proof that these defendants were not at the crime scene. They buried it. They built a case on prejudice instead of facts.
Your Honor, the court is making a serious error.
Sit down, Mr. Torres. The only error made here was in the first trial. The court finds that there is insufficient evidence to support a conviction. More than that, the court finds that prosecutorial misconduct occurred. The defendants are to be released on bail pending a new trial. And let me be very clear, any evidence of bias or prejudice in the new prosecution will result in immediate dismissal of all charges.
Free. Bail. It was the first time in 5 years that I thought I might actually see Diego face to face, not through plexiglass, that I might actually touch him, that we might actually have a future.
You're here. You're real. I'm here, and you're more beautiful than I remembered. That's a lie. I'm skeletal. You're alive. That's all that matters. And then he kissed me. 5 years of waiting, 5 years of separation, 5 years of choosing each other over everything else, and it all came down to that kiss. It was desperate. It was tender. It was a promise. It was proof that we made it. I can't believe we made it. Neither can I. I was so scared they'd break you. I was so scared you'd give up. I never could. Not when I knew you were refusing to break too. We were in this together, Diego. Even when we were separated, we were together. Come on, let's go home. Where's home? Anywhere you are. And that was the beginning of our real life. Not the romantic fairy tale, the real life. The life where we had to rebuild ourselves from the ashes of who we used to be. The life where we discovered that we weren't just in love anymore. We were bonded, forged, unbreakable. We found new evidence, DNA that doesn't match either defendant. It matches you. You killed Elena Rossi, and then you spent 5 years framing 2 innocent men to cover it up. 2 innocent men who were in love, and you used that love as a weapon against them. They were easy targets. Because they were gay? No one cares about their kind. I knew a conviction would stick, and it did, until someone competent bothered to investigate. He said it. He actually said it. Their kind. Like we were something less than human. Like our love made us disposable. But he was wrong. We were the strongest people in that room. We were the ones who survived. He was just a killer trying to hide behind prejudice.
Based on the new evidence, which conclusively proves the guilt of the real perpetrator, and the absolute lack of evidence against the defendants, I hereby declare James and Diego completely and fully exonerated of all charges. You are free. And more than that, I want to formally apologize to you both for the injustice of this prosecution. What happened to you was unconscionable. You have been vindicated. The law is with you now.
Free. Actually free. 8 years. That's how long it took. 8 years of fighting. 8 years of refusing to break. 8 years of choosing each other, day after day, hour after hour. This is where it started. This is where I'm gonna do this right. Diego? James, 8 years ago, I met you at a party and my entire life changed in 7 days. 7 days before everything fell apart.
But those 7 days were real. In the 8 years after, the prison, the separation, the solitary confinement were all worth it because it proved something to me. It proved that my love for you wasn't just a moment. It wasn't just chemistry or attraction. It was real. It was deep. It was the kind of love that refuses to betray, refuses to break, refuses to die. So I'm asking you now, in the place where it started, on a night that feels like a second chance, will you marry me? Will you spend the rest of your life with me, not out of obligation or shared trauma, but because you choose me every single day? Yes, 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 1,000 times yes. And we got married, not in some grand ceremony, not right then, but we promised. Under those Barcelona stars, we promised forever. And we meant it, every word. I'm standing on a red carpet as the producer of a documentary about our story. The documentary is called 7 Days to Life, because that's what it was, 7 days that became a lifetime. You came to my premiere. I'll come to every premiere, every moment, for the rest of my life. I'm still amazed we made it. I never doubted it. Even when we were separated by prison walls, I never doubted that we'd end up here. Can you two look at the camera, the Exonerees? In this moment, we're not victims of a broken system. We're proof that love exists, real love, the kind that says, I won't save myself if it means destroying you. We're proof that two men can love each other with a ferocity and loyalty that the world said was impossible. We're proof that 7 days can change your life forever. We're proof that some loves don't fade, they intensify, they deepen, they become unshakable. 7 days to change my life. 10 years together to prove it was worth it. Every second was worth it. Every second. This is our story. Not a perfect love story, but a real one, a true one, a love that survived a rigged system, a love that refused to be ashamed, a love that chose itself over and over again, even when the cost was everything. If you're out there and you're in love with someone the world tells you to abandon, don't listen. Don't let them convince you that your love is less real because it's different. Fight for it, choose it, build it. Because love, real, true, defiant love, is the most revolutionary thing in the world, and it's worth every single day of the struggle.